Good evening and welcome to Bahrain International's Daily Show. We have a treat for you on our show Bahrain Today. But before I tell you what we bring you today, I would like to invite you all to tell us your suggestions and opinions of our show through contacting us via email or Instagram shown on the screen. In today's episode, we will highlight EMS Fitness, NHRA's first ever conference, and we shed light on the latest entertainment news with our pop culture segment. All of this and more on Bahrain Today. Stay tuned. Welcome back. Under the patronage of the Chairman of the Supreme Council of Health, Lieutenant General Dr. Sheikh Mohammed bin Abdullah Al Khalifa, the first edition of the Bahrain Health Regulatory Conference was inaugurated on 28th of November in the presence of Health Minister Fa'iqa bin Saeed Al Saleh, Labour and Social Development Minister Jamil bin Ali Hmedan, and Conference President and NHRA CEO Dr. Maryam El Jalahma. More in this report.
Themed Safe and High-Quality Health Services, the first edition of Bahrain Health Regulatory Conference is organized by the National Health Regulatory Authority and continues for 3 days, which include several panel discussions, workshops, open talks, seminars and lectures that address the regulatory sides of the health sector in the kingdom, in the presence of over 700 participants from different fields of the health sector in Bahrain and the region.
This is the first conference that will cover all the regulatory issues related to health in terms of professional regulation, facility regulation, accreditation. Also, we're going to be covering the drug section, medical devices, continuous medical education, as well as clinical trials. We have also 4 workshops through the 3 consecutive days, training in infection control, patient safety, accreditation, and we have also a special workshop for our inspectors to train them on the inspection.
Healthcare is very challenging. It's associated with risk and with patient healthcare practitioner interaction. So standardizing it to the highest level of safety and quality is a very critical point, and we are very pleased to come learn and share our experience in Bahrain.
Supreme Council of Health President Lieutenant General Dr. Sheikh Mohammed bin Abdullah Al Khalifa stressed on the importance of the conference, which comes to cast light on the regulatory process of the health sector in the kingdom and its significance in the process of providing healthcare services to patients.
I would like to stress the following difference. Up to now, usually the public authorities, they are going as to inspect and anyway to like the people feel as a policeman. We want to change that. We come to help them. We come to organize the healthcare facilities and to make them better for the patient safety and for everyone's good.
We are very happy to participate in NHRA conference because that will give, the aim for all the shareholders to meet each other and to create a lot of, invest for related to health industry in Bahrain.
They will discuss for the first time the GCC rules and regulations for registration, for pricing. There is a lot of workshops parallel to the conference lectures. With very interesting topics, extremely important. You can see also many important people are attending the conference, which reflects Bahrain as a country of focus for regulations, for investment.
The conference focuses on discussing and exploring the regional and global health regulation schemes, bringing together healthcare providers, pharmaceutical industries, healthcare organizations, patient safety, medical educators and accreditation standard experts from the region and the globe, with the aim of sharing insights on implementing and managing health regulations.
With us here in the studio is Dr. Lena Qasim, Chief of Health Professionals Regulations at NHRA, and Ms. Na'mat Al-Sabi'i, Consultant Advisor, Allied Medical Profession. Hello and welcome to Bahrain Today.
Hello.
Thank you. It's really an honor to have you here, and it's great to see that Bahrain is leading with such conferences. Dr. Lena, in the beginning, can you tell us more about this event and how does it affect the medical field in Bahrain?
Sure. This is, as you said, the first regulatory conference to be held in Bahrain. It's an honor for NHRA to host this conference. We've taken this conference as a challenge, and thank God it became a reality. We used this conference to educate and inform our clients, our customers, about new and improvements in the regulations of the healthcare sector. We used it also to advance our knowledge and align ourselves with regulations within both the region and internationally, and to inform ourselves about advancements in the regulations as well.
That's amazing. I mean, anything that's happening in the world of healthcare is important to shed light on. But how does these events, help the professionals here in Bahrain?
Well, we've hosted several speakers from, as I said, regional countries, Saudi Arabia, Oman, United Arab Emirates, and we've had speakers from international regions as well. So we've had speakers from the United Kingdom and other areas, and they've shed lights on new regulations, what are the challenges that other countries are facing in terms of regulating the health sector. And it's amazing how you can see the similarities and the challenges faced no matter where you are when you're regulating healthcare sectors.
And does these events, if I can ask, do they really help us in really looking at some regulations and trying to bring better regulations in the medical field?
Definitely. It's always a developing specialty or profession, no matter where you're looking at it from the perspective of medicine or dentistry or allied healthcare services. It's always a challenge. You need to advance your knowledge about upcoming professions that are coming into the market, always how you're going to regulate them, how you ensure the safety of the patients. And it was very surprising to have the number of attendees that we've had. We've had around 700 attendees in the conference.
Amazing.
So that was a very good number to have, especially being the first regulatory conference.
Of course, and I'm sure it's going to grow bigger in the future. And that's what I wanted to ask you, Ms. Na'mat. Can you tell us more about the feedback you got at the event? How did the participants feel about such an event?
Okay, Dr. Lena, she mentioned about the regulation. It is very important for our professions to know more about our regulation. The feedback regarding the especially for the pharmacy department, they make a big events regarding all the pharmacists in Bahrain, all the companies, regarding the medical instrument. That's also they have a big workshop regarding all that health instrument that's regulated and registered in Bahrain. It is really that give us a good opportunity to mention about our regulation. NHRA it is held since 2009, and now we are 2019. That's mean a long journey. We can say it is a long journey now to say that we are regulating, we are under control, regulating all the that related to the medical health under NHRA.
That's really amazing, and I'm sure that the participants benefited a lot, whether it's from the speakers or sharing different experiences. What are the kind of feedbacks that you got from the event?
If I will say according to my presentation, it was about alternative medicine. Actually, alternative medicine is regulated since 2016. It will reach 3 years now since we regulate alternative medicine. The feedback, they said, it is really good to integrate the alternative medicine with modern medicine. That's mean a hospital, they can host alternative medicine such as we have 13 categories that regulated in Bahrain. And we are really glad to say that word, because within the GCC, we are the one who regulated 13 categories such as Ayurveda therapy, acupuncture therapy, naturopath, osteopath, reflexology, Unani medicine, herbal medicine, cupping therapy.
Amazing.
This is one of our achievement actually. Since Dr. Mariam Al-Jalam, our CEO, joined the NHRA, this alternative medicine is one of our achievement.
That's really amazing. And I mean, such events, you feel the success when you find results at the end of the day, whether you've affected one person or an institute. Dr. Lena, I mean, of course, before planning this event, you had some goals and things that you want to achieve out of this event. Can you tell us more about the goals and objectives of the event?
Well, the goal was to sort of highlight Bahrain's role in regulating the healthcare sector. As my colleague Mrs. Na'mat has mentioned, Bahrain has come a long way in regulating the healthcare sector, and so we wanted to highlight that. We wanted to show that the similarities between our role and the role of other countries and the regulations that are existing in the region and internationally.
That's really great. And I mean, the feedback you've got, I'm sure it was great on the event. What do you have planned next for the future?
Well, we hope to repeat the same conference on upcoming years, inshallah. We'll definitely highlight some of the major issues that we're facing. So this year we've highlighted our achievements in the accreditation of healthcare facilities. So we've had presentations showing where the healthcare facilities are aligned in terms of accreditation and the standards that we have for them. So since these standards are actually in development, we hope to highlight these and any advancements, for example, in the regulation of medical devices or pharmaceutical agents or whatever advancements we have, we'll definitely hope to highlight them in upcoming conferences.
Great, and I'm sure they will be on a bigger scale as well, because you've started on a great number, as you mentioned, 700 participants. Yeah. It's not a small number to manage and even give the ideas to. So how was the planning and organizing of the event, Ms. Na'mat?
The organizing, actually, it was amazing. And with a huge client that attend the conference. And the organization regarding of this, they make each department in our NHRA to give them the chance to explore and to know what we are doing exactly. We are less than 100, maybe we reached now to 120. Most of our leaders in NHRA, it is feminists, it's like 70% ladies, starting from our leader, Dr. Mariam Al-Jalama. And the minimum number of men actually in our NHRA is less. As you know, health. So we can say it's dominated by women. The health sector, it is controlled by ladies actually.
Yes.
And at the same time, also for the organizer who's dealing, Dr. Azhar Nasib, who's the prepared for the conference and with her team, they are really prepared since 1 year back for this event, big event actually. Alhamdulillah, we reached to more than 700, as my colleague Dr. Lena mentioned, that we've reached to our target. And we are really, Dr. Mariam also, she announced in her speech during the conference that this event will be repeated yearly, inshallah.
Inshallah, and we wish you all the best, of course, in the coming events. Would you like to have any last messages that you'd like to send for the people?
I'd like to thank people who organized the conference. It was a huge effort on their behalf. It took months to prepare. The expertise whom we have invited from outside the kingdom and from inside the kingdom who have participated and enriched our knowledge in certain areas. And I'd like to thank the attendees who made it successful. Without their presence, the conference would not have been a successful event.
Of course.
Actually, according to our strategy 2030, we are supposed to cover the part of medical tourism. NHRA, it's also heading to cover this part with the save, according to our NHRA's vision, save practice with quality. This is our heading to reach for. Thank you very much.
That's really amazing, and I'm really glad that I've had you here on the show, and I wish you bigger success in the coming conferences. And if it's possible for the public to attend, I would definitely like to be there and see all of these accomplishments.
Sure.
Thank you.
All the best. Thank you.
Thank you.
Viewers, stay tuned. We will go for a short break now, but we'll be back for more. Slema, thank you so much for being here with us and bringing the girls and the machine. We're so excited to have you in the studio.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you. It's our pleasure. So in the beginning, what is EMS? Let's tell our viewers.
Of course. So EMS stands for electromuscle stimulation. It's basically a full body workout that activates 90% of the body muscles at the same time. The way it's done is basically it's a vest. We suit you up in an electrode vest that is then linked to the EMS machine, which then gives the impulses for the muscles to contract. So in brief, is instead of your brain giving the orders for your muscles to contract in a conventional training, it's actually the EMS machine that does that. Now, the beauty of EMS is that it's very time efficient. It's a 20-minute session, one time per week. It's very effective because one session of 20 minutes equals to 3 to 4 hours at the conventional gym. Exactly. And the areas that are targeted are basically all the major muscle groups, which are the chest, abs, lower back, upper back, biceps, triceps, and of course glutes and legs. The training is done, it's a one-on-one training, so it's done with the assistance of certified personal trainers, of course, so it is a safe training and it's very easy on the joints. Now, the benefits of EMS are numerous. We're talking about strength development, muscle building, fat burning,
stamina.
Of course, stamina, endurance. We do have a lot of clients that come in before triathlons, for example, to just increase their endurance over a certain period for them to be able to compete well. And of course, a lot of people are interested in fat reduction and weight loss. This is something, while you build on muscles, it's easier for you to burn on fat.
Of course.
Figure shaping, body toning, cellulite reduction. There's a very important benefit as well of EMS, and this is a topic that we usually tend to shy away from to talk about, is the EMS helps reduce the symptoms of pelvic floor weaknesses and incontinence in our ladies clients. Unfortunately, we don't talk about it much, but we see more than a third of women suffering from incontinence. So with EMS, we can target pelvic floor and we can strengthen the muscle, the pelvic floor.
Really,
floor muscle.
This is the first time I know about that.
Absolutely, yes. This is a hidden gem of EMS, but there are special programs that we can put you on to specifically focus on the pelvic floor muscle. And EMS has another beautiful aspect, is that it increases the growth hormones in our bodies, so we won't need Botox anymore. So who wouldn't love that?
Exactly. I mean, it's getting a workout and you're getting Botox everywhere.
Absolutely.
That's really great. And are there any rules or conditions to who can have EMS training?
Of course. Now, the minimum age should be 16 years old, and there is no age limit for people to train on EMS. Now, we have, as soon as the client comes into our studio, there is kind of a questionnaire, medical questionnaire that they have to fill up, and there are some contraindications. Now, the minor ones, we can just chat, the trainer can chat with the client about them, and if everything is under control, like regulated by medications, for example, then we can go ahead with the training. Now, the more major contraindications, we would definitely require a clearance, a medical clearance for them to train.
Of course. And as a start, you mentioned once a week, a session for once a week.
Yes.
And how can you have more, how long does it take to have more classes?
Right. So we always recommend having EMS one time per week only, but it depends on your goals. If you have a big number of kgs or kilos to lose, a big fat reduction that you want to achieve, we can increase it to 2 times per week. But we never recommend more than 2 times per week because it's an intense training.
Of course. And you need to rest after that.
You need to rest. You need to allow. Of course. And this is where all the change happen, is when your muscle get to rest. Yes.
And can you tell us more about the studio, about your studio? Where is it located? And what kind of sessions do you provide? I know that you provide for couples or for groups. Do you do that?
Correct. Yes, we have a studio located in Barbar area, close to SAR, and of course we can do group sessions or couple training. We don't put more than 2 people at the same time with one trainer because it's a one-on-one training, right? So the trainer will have to be fully focused on your movements, on how you're on how you're
Your
performing
goals,
your moves,
yes.
because it's an intense training, right? And if you do any type of wrong movement, you might
You might
يعني
hurt
not
yourself
get
or-
the
yes.
correct, the right
Yes.
results.
Yes.
Let's put it this way.
Yeah.
Hurting yourself, I wouldn't say that, because it's very easy on the joints, and
That's the misconception. A lot of people fear trying EMS because once they hear the word electro,
Yes.
and they just go, does it affect the brain? Does it affect the heart?
Of
How do you
course.
normally educate the clients when it comes to trying out EMS?
Yes. Well, of course, we're not here to electrocute
Of
you.
course.
That's guaranteed. It's just that they have to trust that it's electromuscle stimulation has always been used previously as a physiotherapy treatment.
Yes.
And then they started seeing all the great benefits that it's doing to someone's body, and they started introducing into the fitness industry about, I would say, 12 to 15 years ago. So it's a safe treatment. I mean, there's nothing to be afraid of. And I can only say that people would have to come and do the trial for them to break that ice of
That's
fear.
amazing. You have trials
Yes.
for people who
We
want
do.
to just give it a shot and see how it feels.
Absolutely.
And the after effect. I tried it personally, and I love the studio. The space is
Yes.
it's spacious.
Yes.
It's easy to get to. At the same time, the feeling you get afterwards is amazing. It's like you've done 3 hours of
Absolutely.
workout.
Yes.
It's really, really great.
Yes, and you see all those big smiles on people's faces while they're training. Yet they're really, it's an intense training, and they're sweating all
Yes.
over. But they're so happy.
And we
to
can
be,
see it on the model's
Right,
face. She's
right.
all smiles. How do you feel?
Oh, it's great.
It's awesome.
Every muscle is working.
That's great. I want to know, why did you consider Bahrain, to start up the studio in Bahrain?
Right, that's a very valid question. I'm actually based in the UAE, in Dubai, and I visited Bahrain about 3-4 years ago, and I just fell in love with the city. I fell in love with the people, and Bahrain at that time, we're talking in 2016. It was a virgin market when it came to EMS.
Yes.
Whenever I used to speak to anyone about EMS, they would have no idea what I was talking about. And I think that 0805 Fitness did a great job in educating people and in spreading awareness about electromuscle stimulation over the past couple of years. And here we are.
I mean, that's really amazing. We need studios like 0805 to spread awareness when it comes to new kinds of
Right.
workouts. And just, for me as a mother, I just long to go to the gym when I
Of
don't have the
course.
time. And having this 20 minutes on a weekly basis is easy
Of
to
course.
maintain for the long run, especially.
Of course.
And what are your future plans for 0805?
Well, there's always plan for expansion. We're working on collaborations now with several other premises, other gyms, to offer our services there. Home services is also coming very, very soon, because this is something that is needed. As you just said, a lot of mothers are not able to leave their houses to go and train, even though they know how beneficial this is for their body and their well-being in general. So this is something that we are offering very soon.
That's really great. And how do you ensure using social media to spread the awareness about EMS? I mean, you guys have an amazing Instagram account and you're always active. So you ensure that there is interaction between you and the clients, or even potential clients. Do you think it's important in today's world to do that as an entrepreneur?
Absolutely. I mean, social media is the channel for any potential business to reach to any potential client these days. It's the fastest and the more efficient way. And we see that from all the direct messages that we receive, all the inquiries that we receive on regular basis. And we always try to our level best to respond to those inquiries in a timely manner. And we welcome everyone to visit our pages and learn more about EMS. It's a very informative page, whether on Instagram or Facebook.
Definitely.
And take it from
This
there.
looks really fun. I really miss it. I need to go back. And before I wrap up the segment, I think the model is tired. Are you tired now?
A little bit.
So before we wrap up the segment, do you have any message that you would like to send for people?
What I would like to say is I would like to invite people basically to come and try it out. We are giving complimentary trials for people to learn more about EMS and break that fear, if I may call it fear, about it being related to electricity, etc. And once they try it, it only takes one time for you to get hooked up. You fall in love with it, and you really feel what it's doing to your body. And of course, great results are being seen 3 to 4 sessions after
with a great diet, of
after
course.
the start.
They
Of
go
course,
along.
no,
Yes.
if we're going to talk about weight loss, it's not a magic stick. And we
Yes.
always tell this to our clients. I mean, 70% of a successful weight loss program is nutrition.
Definitely.
Training, you can train as much as you want, but if you're having the wrong
Consuming,
intakes
yes.
of food, then unfortunately you will not reach your
Targets.
result. There's something that I did not also mention about
Yes.
the benefits, which is the back pain reduction. We receive a lot of clients that suffer from back pain. And again, I really invite them to come and give it a shot. We have clients that have seen a drastic reduction in back pain in only one session. Again, going back to the idea that EMS was actually initially used
yes,
as a physiotherapy
Yes.
treatment. So I invite everyone to come and try it out.
Thank you.
They're most welcome.
Thank you so much,
Thank you,
Ms. Lema
Fatima.
Zaro. Thank you for being here, and we wish
Thank
you
you.
and your 805 all the best in the future.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Viewers, this brings us to the end of this segment. Stay tuned. Welcome back, guys. I'll leave you now with the pop culture segment of the week, filled with entertainment. Let's check it out.
We're here at Bahrain City Center, where Vox Cynico gave away free tickets for lucky winners to come in and watch Jumanji: The Next Level. Is it at the next level? Let's find out. I'm here with Richa, who brought her entire family to come in and watch and enjoy the movie. Richa, you watched the first one,
Yes, I did.
and how excited are you to watch this one?
A lot actually. And this is like for my son, it will be his first Jumanji movie. So he's not seen the first part, but yeah, I'm sure he'll enjoy this, whatever he can understand.
And you've watched the first one with Robin Williams, didn't you?
Sorry?
The movie with Robin Williams.
Yes. So I generally watch all.
Very excited to watch the movie as well.
He is very
one of the biggest,
excited.
smallest fans.
Yeah, actually smallest fan, loves nature and water and everything. So he's like not in a sleeping mood totally, I can see. So my husband is waiting that okay, I'll keep him and we'll enjoy the movie.
I hope he enjoys the movie though.
Thank
Just
you
as
so
much
much.
as you do.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
I'm here with Farah. Farah, the movie's called Jumanji: The Next Level. Do you think they're actually going to bring it to the next level?
Yeah, I do think so. I really hope so, and we're waiting to see it, and it's been amazing. Everything is amazing about it, and hopefully we're going to be watching a really good movie.
And what do you think? What are you most excited about?
Well, to see where they're going to go this time.
And you watched the first one. How do you think, or the cast, do you think they're going to live up to the first one?
I do think so. Yes, I do. They will live up, and they will do extended even. They would go further this time. So we're kind of hoping.
Yes, we're both excited.
Yes, me too. We're really excited.
Mohamed Farid, I'm not going to ask you a question, but I just want you to tell me, what do you think about this one?
I would say I'm cautiously optimistic because I didn't like the previous one, to be honest. And the first Jumanji is one of my favorite movies in my childhood.
The one with Robin Williams?
Yes, may he rest in peace. So hopefully this one will be better than the previous one.
So you didn't like the first one?
No, I love the first one, but the second one, because this is basically the third one. So the second one that came out 2 years ago, I think, I wasn't a big fan of it. So no.
So fingers crossed on this one.
Hopefully, yeah.
Hope you enjoyed the movie. What can you tell me about the cast, though? Do you think they're going to live up to, let's say, the previous roles?
I mean, cast-wise, I have no issue with it. I mean, we have The Rock, we have Kevin Hart, Jack Black. They're all great actors, and honestly, they have great charisma together. The problem is a little bit with the story, because the second one did not feel like a kid's movie, or it didn't feel like a family movie, where the first one had a nice message at the end about family and how you should love your parents and understand why they do certain things in your life. The second one just felt like a mindless, fun trip. So I'm just hoping to have a good message for this part.
Let's hope for that.
Yeah.
Okay, Dulce, you're here with your friends to watch the movie. How does it feel to be one of the first people in the kingdom to watch Jumanji: The Next Level?
Well, it feels good to be here. I'm sure it's going to feel even better after I watch the movie. I'm here with as Bahrain and with my friends. So I think it's going to be an awesome movie.
What are you most excited about? I'm pretty sure you watched the first one,
I watched the very first one.
the one with Robin Williams.
Yes, that's right. So have there been any in between?
There
I missed them all. I saved it all for the best.
Well, the best part is you don't have to watch the previous ones to understand this one. So I really
Okay.
hope you enjoy this one.
Yes, that is very good. Great.
Enjoy the movie.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And that is all for this evening. We thank all the guests who are with us today, and we will see you next time in another episode of Bahrain Today. If you'd like to be with us on the show or you have suggestions or questions for us, then contact us on our accounts shown on the screen. Until then, goodbye, Bahrain, and God bless.